TC, Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're getting into self-fulfilling prophecy part 1. So the reason why I'm posting this first video is ultimately because the first time I recorded this video and the second time I recorded this video, the mic had cut out on me and had been completely muted. So this is part 1, and ultimately it gets into a multitude of things. Self-fulfilling prophecy is a self-perpetuating belief system known as the Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect means that your beliefs and what you believe about yourself will eventually be projected out onto the screen of space, onto other people, and other people will also choose to believe what you believe about yourself, and therefore associate you with those belief systems. So if you have the self-fulfilling prophecy that men ain't shit, then you are going to self-perpetuate that same exact, feedback loop. Okay, you're creating a feedback loop to where you are going to experience the same exact reality as men ain't shit. So the same thing with rich get richer, poor get poorer. Where you believe you are on those types of levels, if you believe you're rich, you believe you're going to get richer. If you are poor, you believe you're going to get poorer. They are self-fulfilling prophecies, and there are similar quotes that have self-fulfilling prophecy in it. Self-fulfilling prophecy has something to do with expectation, assumption, and implying in psychology. Now, when you are implying things and when you have different expectations and assumptions and positive assumptions, you assume positively of people. You expect positively of people. You imply positively on the screen of space within your auric field. You will also receive those same types of belief systems. When you have the same type of self-fulfilling prophecy and positive mindset internally with your intuition and your inner guidance system, okay? As you cultivate this is also going to intercorrelate with your lifestyle, okay, with your lifespan, with your the way that you've built your life. Now, one thing too is Henry Ford quoted this. Henry Ford, okay, the guy who started Ford. If you believe that you can do it, you're right. If you believe that you can't do it, you're right. The reason why is because these are self-perpetuating, self-fulfilling prophecies. You want to be right, and you are always right. Exactly what he just said. You're right. You're right. Someone who's even wrong is right in their own perspective. They're just right at being wrong. I know this sounds kind of weird for some people to hear, but this is actually a very important aspect that everyone is right. Everyone wants to be right. So everybody, even people like lies that they tell themselves, and people also like truths that they tell themselves. And so when they self-perpetuate and believe these self-fulfilling prophecies and they fulfill these prophecies, so when they say, I can do it, I have the capability of doing it, I can continuously grow, I can continuously do this, and this, and they put action towards these types of things, they will create prophecies which will actually give them experiences for that. So if people believe, I can do it, it's just like thinking less negative, assuming less negative. It's having less negativity in your life, like literally not associating with negativity, okay? Associating with less negativity, because that assumes and implies either neutrality or positivity, okay? And so when you have less negativity in your life, you are assuming neutral or positive. And by also combining that or habit stacking that with more positivity or more neutrality, choosing to be neutral, okay, which is that of a Jedi, you are assumingly going to be more positive. Assumingly be more positive. And also with less negativity, you will be able to transmute better. You'll be able to transform it into more positivity better. Darkness into lightness, okay? Lead into gold. Now, ultimately, guys, with the Pygmalion effect, this is a very important, thing with fitness and business, with all these different types of things, that if you are creating self-perpetuating belief systems, it's important that you create the most positive, continuous present tense with the law of assumptions. How do you assume yourself? Also, what is your confidence like? What is your integrity like? What is your trust like? What is your faith like? Okay? All these different things, they play a part in this type of inner guidance system. It's your internal. It's esoteric. It's internal. Okay, everything that you're looking for is internal. Everything that you've ever wanted is internal. Okay, internal meaning that it is within your grasp. It is The kingdom of God is within. The temple is within. The body temple is within. Christ is within. God is within. Everything that you've ever wanted is within you. And so ultimately, that is where you must start. You must go inside of yourself and say, what are the types, what are the problems in my life that I can heal, that I no longer need to resonate with? What are the things? And then when you start to actually look at your body as like a temple, you actually will put healthy food in it. You'll take care of it. You'll work out. You will actually make something of your name, make something of yourself. And it's not just about that, but it is also, that is God's purpose, is for you to feel good. God's purpose is for you to feel good. It's for everyone to feel good. Now, inherently, a lot of times our own way steps into that. Discipline is getting out of your own way for your best way. Discipline is getting out of your own way for your best way and the better way. Your highest self, your capital self, your self-realization, okay? Now, as I talk about self-fulfilling prophecy, one thing too is habit stacking. Habit stacking. So you are consistently, I also call it compound interest your habits. That's how I've always, compound interest your interests. If you've heard compound interest your interests, it's just habit stacking. Waking up early is a good domino effect for you to cultivate. So you flick one domino, and because you worked out and you ate healthy, that was the two things that you did, that you put effort in. Then you did your journal, then you read a book, then you listened to self-care podcasts, then you listened to CEOs, then you listened to business people, then you made $1,000, then you did this, then you did this. As you just did because you woke up early, went to a workout and ate clean. Everything else, domino effect, and it just had that ripple effect, the domino effect, the Doppler effect. It had the correlation. And here's one big thing too. As you lean more towards assuming more positivity in your life, you are leaning more towards self-fulfilling prophecies that are going to be more positive with assuming to be positive. It's like the Doppler effect. Eventually, it starts at 50-50. Eventually, it leans to 70-30, 80-20 into the Pareto principle, where as you become more and more positive, you repel you repel negativity, and you have less negativity in your life, assuming and implying that you have more positivity in your life. It's connected to your expectations that you expect of yourself. So you expect that you can overcome hardship, that you expect that you can overcome suffering, that you expect that you are, that you assume that you are already in a good scenario, that you're already in a good now, that you're already in the highest vibrational now. Okay, and that's also a big thing, that you already are okay, that you already are happy, that you already are confident. It's about embodying the state now. It's not going to come in the future. It's in the now. Because when the now happens in future nows, in 2 years, in a future now, what is the difference between that now? Because that will be the now when you get there in 2 years worth of a now. See what I'm saying? So be that version that you want to be then, later on, now. Be that version now. The past doesn't exist. It's just a product of what has made you now. So release the past and allow yourself to be who you are now. Those things don't even, who you were 5 minutes ago doesn't even attach to who you are. That is a big thing. So with this, guys, I want you to start realizing that you can create self-fulfilling prophecies. If you say, if you give yourself the assumptions that you are going to continuously get better, that you are creating something that is fulfilling itself, it's a self-perpetuating cycle. So if it's feedback loops, it's connected to positive feedback loops, negative feedback loops. When somebody feeds themselves negativity over and over and over again, they believe that they're depressed or sad or whatever, or self-sabotaging. It's because they've given themselves reasons to believe these types of things, which is also connected to selfish self-sabotage and selfless self-care. Selfless self-care is getting into more positivity and less negativity. Selfish self-sabotage is getting into less positivity and more negativity. And there's the spectrum of the 50-50, and then eventually it will lean towards one way as you accumulate years on your life and as you build up the association of your life. Same with self-fulfilling prophecies. If I continuously tell myself that I'm young, that I'm beautiful, that I have the fountain of youth, that I will stay youthful for the rest of my life, that I am in my prime for all of my life, that I'm enjoying my life, I will enjoy that. There are people who are in their 50s and 60s and 70s who are way younger than people who are in their 30s and 40s because of their health and their associations and their belief systems on health. People can literally not age at all because they have come up with, people cannot get sick. People have created self-fulfilling prophecies that sickness is from dis-ease. And so they put themselves in easy ease. They put themselves in ease throughout their entire life. They're not uneasy. They're always easy. They're always chilling. They're always happy. See, and then there's people who don't understand this and they'll project like, well, that person's into themselves. Well, that person, da 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 da. It's like, it's what we internally believe individually, authentically, autonomously. It is. It just has to be. And it is. It really is. I am that I am. So when somebody says, I am beautiful, I am happy, they are speaking in the voice of God for the 80 to 100 years that they are here on earth. I am that I am. Okay, so one big thing is when you say something after I am, make sure that it's important. Make sure that it's beautiful. Make sure that it is speaking positive and more positive. It has good assumptions, good implications, good what you're implying, okay, what you're insinuating, what you're expecting. And then it has abundance that is implying assumptions, and it's in its terminology and its verbology has positive mind frames and its positive etymology and the way that it's terminology. You guys get what I'm saying? Make sure everything's positive as you're writing it, and it's in continuous present tense. And this will help you lean more towards selfless self-care. As you lean into selfless self-care, it's discipline, doing things that you don't want to do, okay, and then doing it because you know it's good for you, not because you... Discipline is doing something that's good for you, not necessarily because you feel good doing it. 100%. Okay, so it's doing the things that you necessarily don't feel good doing, but you feel good once it's done. That's the big thing. Okay, and you know it's good for you. So cultivating selfless self-care, and then also, like I said, less negativity. So getting rid of selfish self-sabotage ways. So maybe that's scrolling. Maybe that's this. Fill in the blank. You know what your vice is. You know what your vice is. Reject vices. Get rid of your vices. Okay, and then double down with that energy on positive, more positivity. Double down with, things that will build the structure of your life and your lifestyle and cultivate your health, wealth, self, relationships, okay, and spirituality. Now, to kind of conclude this, guys, self-fulfilling prophecy is a self-perpetuating cycle called the Pygmalion effect. As you say that it is. And so it's important that what you feed power, where your intention goes, energy flows. You probably heard this. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So put your attention on things that are positive that will build you continuously. Imagine building a house. You are the temple. You keep putting brick up by brick up by brick up. Okay? So put less negative bricks up. Put more positive bricks up. And then it's going to be way easier and build momentum, build focus, build, that prefrontal cortex focus. Build that stuff. Build your knowledge. Build your wisdom. Build applied knowledge. Build power. Okay? And then empower these things. Empower these individualized, autonomous belief systems that will really help build the world and cultivate the world. Okay? So self-fulfilling prophecy is telling yourself, over and over and over. And that's a big thing too. We're going to get into this into the next video. Being autonomous. What is being autonomous? Being autonomous is not caring what other people's suggestions or opinions or belief systems are about you, but inherently what you believe about yourself. You are only going to believe in yourself as much as you believe in yourself. It's important that we believe in ourselves more than other people believe in us, that we love ourselves more than other people love us. They can only love us from a certain percentage anyways. People will love themselves the most. Okay, and so it's important that you love yourself. Nobody's going to love you as much as you love you. And that is a big thing about your being autonomous, being individualized, being authentic, being authenticated, being original, being checkmarked, being, love and being famous and all this type of shit, what people really want. Okay, I don't necessarily want that. I'm just going to be original. I've checkmarked myself. I validate myself. I authenticate myself. I originalize myself. Okay, I give myself authority. I am my own boss. I am my own king. I am my own You see what I'm saying? You guys get the gist. I'm my own emperor. I'm my own leader. And from that, you're going to embody a new state of being where you aren't always going to look out to your bosses and your peers and your parents and your family and your elders and all these other, and you respect them. You respect them. I'm not saying that you do not respect them. I'm saying that from this, you start cultivating respecting yourself more. Stop looking to other people to be dependent on them, to be always need to rely upon other people. Have people be relying upon you. Have people be strong enough to receive you, to be wealthy enough to receive. You have to feel worthy enough to be received. You have to be worthy enough to be around. And so whatever that is, sometimes that is money for you to actually feel a feeling of worth. See, I think that that's shallow as fuck. But I also think that there is, to each his own. We have to get there. But whatever steps you have to take to get there, take to get there. Me, I inherently did it where I was like, I'm fucking worth it regardless if I have $100 million in the bank or not. $100 million or not. And that is a big thing. So we'll leave this one here. Self-fulfilling prophecy is self-perpetuating cycles called the Pygmalion effect, meaning that I continuously create positive realities over and over again that will inherently create more and more positive realities. Your money makes your money. Your time makes your time. Your energy makes your energy. Your attention builds more attention. Okay? So what you put attention to and energy to and time into and money into, you are going to continuously invest into that. This is literally what an investment is the Pygmalion effect. And so if you're investing into whatever, also reframing negativity and turning that into positivity. These are simultaneously connected, and obviously being an authentic and original version of who you are, not having to be what everyone always wants you to be. So like, comment, share, subscribe, share this with somebody that you feel of value. And also, check out below my course, my stores. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, personal message me, private message me on Instagram, leave a comment. If you like this, guys, I'll reach out to you guys as much as I possibly can. Like, comment, share, subscribe. TC, Spiritual Shepherd. Talk soon. Peace.